Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles for people of all walks of life to be able to achieve their manifestation, dreams, and goals, and to really understand how really simple this is. Not easy, but simple. If you really get on the trajectory of the timeline of your golden Buddha status, of the original blueprint that was designed for you specifically before you ever came to this earthly existence. And this is what I help people do in coaching with me. And I will discuss the coaching packages in this audio for all of you who are new to me. This will be a nice introduction into how to get coaching with me, what to expect, what kind of packages. So, first things first, in order to come into coaching with me in any kind of capacity, one on one coaching, you first need to book a 1 hour session. This is mandatory. I've made it mandatory a long time ago now. And I feel the reason is very simple. I feel I want to make sure we both are a match, that I resonate with you, that my teachings resonate with you. Once in the blue moon, I have encountered a person who completely misinterpreted my teachings. And I simply want to definitely avoid that, but also for you to feel like this is going to be worth your investment. I want you to test drive my coaching in that hour and to see for yourself how we essentially blend, how we work together, etc., etc. So this is what you need to do. In order to book that 1 hour session, you go to my website and you also need to sign the coaching agreement. Now, you sign this coaching agreement by hand, you print the date, you print your name, you scan all pages of the document, and then you send it to me as an attachment. As a very last resort, and I really mean as a very last resort, I will accept a very clear picture of all pages of the agreement. All right. Now, the first tier of my coaching is the book club, parenthesis here. If you are just coming in again to test drive my teachings, my coaching, this is a good opportunity for you. The book club has evolved now to an entry-level coaching package. And so the price, in fact, will augment. By October 1st, it will go up to $200. This is a very modest sum, provided I deliver 12 audios per month. And I have decided to not only make it a book club, meaning I'm writing my book as I'm channeling the new material, but also, in addition to that, I have decided to incorporate coaching material in those audios. I feel this will be an invaluable investment for you, again, as an entry-level coaching. So right now it's at 100. You can go ahead and book that, but inevitably, even if you book it at 100 right now for the next 2 weeks, everybody will have to pay the same price. This was my decision. I thought about it. I think this is a very fair exchange, and you will get a lot of information in that package that otherwise you would not. Now, differs from the audios that I will be recording for my channel once a week, because they're not coaching material. Simple like that. I will pick a topic once a week to discuss via audio. This is a form of self-expression that I really adore and have adored for many, many years, maybe like 13 years now, maybe more. And it really speaks to people who I resonate with. And I, for one, want to stress one thing before going in to this audio any further. I really work very, very well, fantastically well, with people who really take the time to listen to an audio, watch the entire live, watch the entire video. I'm not going to be very successful with people who want instant gratification. That's not the kind of coach I am. That's not what I teach. That's not how to achieve results. And I most certainly am here for results. If you are the kind of person who wants superficial teachings, you need to go to another coach. Okay, if you're the kind of person who only watches shorts, a 1 minute short at that, you're not my client. All right. And the simple reason is you don't want to invest in yourself. Why should I? It's not going to go well. I work very, very well with people who show up prepared, respect my coaching rules, all of them are in the agreement, and who ultimately are serious about their self development. If I'm going to show up to our sessions or deliver anything to you, the channeling, the messages, the advice, I want you to at least come halfway. And that's what I expect of all of my clients. If you're not prepared to do that, this will not be a good idea for you whatsoever. So let's go back to the 1 hour. Upon conclusion of the 1 hour, you will decide, we both decide actually, if this is a good idea for us to continue. Now, personally, I will gladly disclose what I'm looking for, and I kind of already touched on it already. I'm looking to see that you're emotionally somewhat stable and could take my guidance. That there is no chaos in within that needs to be perhaps treated in therapy. This is very important. Once in a blue moon, I encountered a person who, quite frankly, I felt belonged in therapy. And it's not, frowned upon to say it. It's just you need a different kind of help. And this is a responsible thing to say for a coach because I don't want to be in a situation with a person who, quite frankly, needs another kind of help. I cannot help you in that sense. So I'm looking for stability of emotion of some kind. Now, are you going to have emotions around certain topics, around your SP, around whatever's going on right now? Obvious. But what I really found not to be productive is, me trying to do my job and giving you feedback in order to help you and you spiraling on me. I've had that happen, not too often, thank goodness, a couple of times, or taking offense to it and, reacting negatively. I mean, understand my job is here to help you elevate your energy, to see the truth of the situation. And this is why you're hiring me. If you cannot take my guidance, if you cannot take my feedback, and it's a very sensitive time for you right now, by God, do I sympathize, but it's just not going to be productive. Is all. And I don't take it personally. I have not taken it personally. It's just not going to be productive. You're wasting your money. You might as well go to therapy and take care of business. First things first. So understand this is a boot camp in the sense that we're getting down to business, as it were. We're addressing the issues that, listen, you've had for like fucking decades upon decades in some cases, in a lot of cases. So what do you expect me to say? Like sugarcoat it and lie to you like the rest of the motherfucking coaches? I am not going to do that. I have too much respect for people. Okay, having gone through what I have gone through on a personal level in my personal history and the stuff that I had to process, I wish somebody did that for me and saved me a lot of money and time and suffering, quite frankly, and being like lost, for a long, long time on my own. I wish somebody did that for me. So understand it's coming from a more than benevolent place, a place of willing to help you, even though you don't want to help yourself. All right. So only come into my coaching if you're ready to rock and roll, ready to work. You're not going to be lazy in my coaching. You are going to, show up with results. Otherwise, it's like, why? Why do this? Why do this process? Either you're serious about this transformation that you're after, or you're just not, in which case, continue watching videos and all that jazz. There's plenty of people that do that. Now, it's not for the faint of heart, and I understand that, but I'm only going on the assumption that you're one of these people who is listening right now, who is just fucking tired of shit just not going your way. And I have the answer if you're willing to take my guidance. And that's really, really important. I cannot emphasize this enough. Now, upon conclusion of that session, if we both decide to move forward, and listen, parenthesis here. I'm fucking gentle as fuck in my coaching. I know I just didn't say it so gently, but I am. Okay, I have a very strong personality. I'm very honest, very direct, but I'm very gentle in my coaching. I don't want to hurt your feelings, which is why I'm kind of like disclosure here. Don't come into my coaching if you're not ready to hear the truth. I will deliver it very elegantly and very nicely, and I will put forth my truth and my ideas. But if you're not ready to receive it, it will sound like it's harsh in your ears. And again, I sympathize and I understand. You're just not ready then. It's some kind of other work that needs to take place first. You need to be able to be open and honest about everything. And that's the only way I deal with things. And trust me, you will understand what I mean when and if you'll get into my coaching, why this is so important. It will help you like you don't even understand right now. Just trust me on that. It will help you beyond what you can comprehend. Because people have come back. I've had people in my coaching which, whatever, they didn't take it so well a couple of times, what I had to say. And then later came back to me and said, you know what, you were fucking right. I'm like, okay, I knew it, but thank you. So I'm saying that all of this to lay it all out and for you to consider all of this information. So once you decide to move forward, you need to book the signature coaching package. This I designed specifically for YouTube. I've been a coach for 10 years now. And this is basically the amalgamation of all of my techniques, methods, the methodology, and all the information that I accumulated throughout the last 15 years are really just composing the most straightforward, practical understanding for anybody who, again, is willing to look at themselves honestly. All right. I give you all the treasure box tools. I give you all the methods for you to become the golden Buddha once more. You were once a golden Buddha when you were born, and the mama drama panorama happened, with your parents, with whomever you grew up with. And now you're just not the same shape, as it were. You need to go back to the original shape so that everything just flows naturally to you. So this coaching program is composed of that. If you follow the steps of it, you will succeed. Again, if you don't rebuttal me, don't question my methods, and don't resist. I've done this with thousands of people. Listen, it works every single fucking time. It just does. It's not magic. It's science by now with data backed up. Okay. So in this coaching package, I recommend 2 to 3 months. On average, that's enough. Sometimes people come back 6 months or a year from that point after completing the coaching. Sometimes a person needs more, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I've seen that. Everybody's different. So don't beat yourself up. Don't think like something's wrong with you, etc. As long as you're respectful, as long as you're willing to do the work, as long as you're hardworking, as long as you don't slack off, take as long as you need and don't think there's anything wrong with you, because my darling, in your case, you may have certain something that needs to be worked through. All right. And don't compare yourself, in other words, with another person who, let's just say, yeah, it could, like I've seen people in my coaching for whom 2 months was enough. All right. Genuinely, 2 months was enough. But then again, that person didn't have so much drama. All right. But people have different paths, different personalities. Some people are more sensitive. All right. And I deal with empaths a lot. So you're sensitive. But to turn it into a blessing, not a curse, right? Because some people say, oh, being an empath is actually a curse. No, it isn't. It absolutely is not. If you know how to utilize your sensitivity to tap into the quantum field and arrange shit in your favor and read people's thoughts and telepathy and all that stuff, then you really start to understand your magical powers. But you may be just very sensitive because something may have affected you to such a degree that you just need more time. Period. The fucking end. Don't apologize. Don't feel bad for needing more time. This is your opportunity to invest in yourself diligently, to quantum leap to a higher level. Don't stop in the middle of working on yourself. That's the dumbest thing you can ever do. All right. So if you need help, don't hesitate to reach out wherever you are in your process. Again, just to reemphasize, as long as you're willing to come really humble and open and honest and not rebuttal me, you will achieve spectacular results. Just be honest. Be honest about where you are and be honest about how you feel. This is what it's all about, really, the manifestation is. So now, side note here, I do offer a 3-month package together in a signature coaching package that is discounted. In other words, if you wanted to book all 3 months together in advance, there's a discount applied there. So the regular month is $32.50. In the case of purchasing 3 months together, it's at $29.50. Additionally, if you need the installment payment links, they're available. So in other words, you get the 3 months, right? If you think that's what you'll need, and then you just get that and you figure out your payment plan with Affirm or Klarna. The link will guide you there. I'm not involved in that situation. And then, you relax and you just focus on the coaching. So that's what I created that package for. So now, subsequent to that, there are variations, shall we say, of the same package, but in different forms. So it depends on your schedule, depends on your personality. Kind of made it available for people, again, of all walks of life, of all schedules, of all kind of personalities, shall we say. So there are 3 other packages that basically going through the same exact coaching program, but differently, in different forms. So in the signature coaching package, you rendezvous with me 3 times per week via Zoom or via phone call. So in other words, face to face, or we hear each other's voices. It's a live coaching, one-on-one, in person. Now, if that's not your style for whatever reason, or that's not what you want for whatever reason, I mean, I've had different clients all around the world. I offer something called monthly audio exchange coaching package, which again goes through exactly the same coaching program, but goes through it with audio exchange. So you record an audio, I record an audio back, and we go like this back and forth. I give you instructions, I give you homework, I give you feedback. And I've done very well with this package on my other channel when I started coaching on YouTube 3 years ago. It has done fabulously well, may I say to you. And some people have specifically come to me because they said, Anna, I came to you because of this specific way that you coach. And at that time, that's how I coach up until 2023 or something like that. The end of 2023, I coached this way. And it's my experience to coach this way my clients outside YouTube who are in the entertainment industry, and their schedule is fucking bananas. So this works really well. I leave you an audio, you hear it. My audios will range anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour sometimes. Okay, my feedback, my instructions, the channeled messages that I have in response to your audio. Your audios need to be 15 minutes max, 1-5, okay? Now you can read the description in detail of this package, but it also offers 3 scheduled phone calls, 1 hour long each. All right. So let's just say you want at some point to get on the phone with me. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's included if you wanted to get on the phone, check in one-on-one in person. Now, you cannot send more than 1 audio in this package, and we interact this way 2 to 3 times per week via the audio exchange. Additionally, there are 2 other packages that are basically, again, going through the signature coaching program. But one is the monthly pocket coach, which is the text-based coaching. In other words, everything that I just outlined, but it's in the form of texts, okay, back and forth. Again, we need to schedule those sessions. It's 3 times per week. The session, again, is 30 minutes long, and it also includes 3 scheduled phone calls or Zoom sessions that are 1 hour long. So very, very generous package indeed. Again, all of the packages that I am describing have an installment payment link if you need one. It's in on my website underneath the description. You will find a link. You can click on it and purchase that way. If for whatever reason you have any questions before that, you need to email me. And the next similar package is the on the go package, and it differs how. It's a person who cannot accommodate 3 sessions, as in the signature coaching package, but two. So 2 sessions per week. It's called on the go coaching package. Now, usually what I use this package for is, let's just say the person comes into me with a signature coaching package in the beginning, which is how I start, regardless of everything. I mean, if you're really serious about it, this is where you start. And then let's just say on month 2 or maybe 3, I don't feel, and neither does the client, that it's necessary to rendezvous 3 times per week, and 2 times per week happens to be more than enough. That's when I downgrade my client to this package. All right. But again, in the event that you cannot, for whatever reason, accommodate 3 sessions per week, this is the package for you. Again, my preference and recommendation is with the signature coaching package. At the very least, the first month, you owe this to yourself. Why? And let me explain why. Very important reason. Perhaps I should have done so in the beginning, because this intensity allows you to really shock the system of the old beliefs and really go to town to work on it. Your negative beliefs have gotten really fucking comfortable with you. And you really need to address that in a very intense manner so that they can, get a wake up call, so to speak. So, subsequent to that, I have the monthly group coaching package. This is for somebody who wants to go through my coaching program in a group of 5 people via Zoom, meeting once a week. Okay, so that's actually new and available. There's 4 sessions. Again, this is like a sampling of my coaching. Irregardless of this package, you need to book a 1 hour session first. Just want to reemphasize that. Even if you're booking the 4 sessions, I really want to know who I'm working with, as I'm sure you want to know who you're working with. I mean, provided you've already explored my videos, my audios, my other channel, Magic and Miracles is the handle, my predecessor channel. This is still, if you want to then schedule the 4 sessions right after that and to set your heart at peace that we truly belong together, then that's the package for you. Or it could be sometime down the line, whenever you feel like a touch up, although I do offer a touch up package as well, 5 sessions, which is actually more discounted. You can definitely book that package. The other package that is recent and I highly recommend, and it's a do-it-yourself package, is a signature energy course. I have just completed recording it a month ago or so. It is extraordinary, if I do say so myself. I highly recommend it. You do not need to schedule a 1 hour session for this one. You could just go straight to it, sign the coaching agreement, and start receiving audios. This package is spectacular. Why? Because it talks about everything you need to know about how to purify your energy first and then conduct your energy in such magical ways that it will achieve your results no matter what. And it goes section by section, SP, money, circumstances, all of it. Okay. In fact, you have the curriculum. You have the curriculum posted on my website in the description of the package. And the audios there are 15 of them. There are 2 meditations, the Golden Buddha meditation and the healing meditation, really spectacular. And each audio is 30 minutes to an hour long. Now, it really should be like, I think there's like 3 audios that are 30 minutes long, and then the rest is like 30, 40 hour long audios, because I just got into so much good energy went into recording this package. I cannot stress enough. I really meditated, I really prepared myself, I really channeled the shit out of this package. Really, I did. I mean, it's spectacular, if I do say so myself. And right now it's at 1250. And it will sure go up to at least 1550, because there's just so much information in it, and you will need this for the rest of your life. Even if you go through my coaching, you just need this. It's going to be like your cheat kind of go-to thing on a daily basis if you wanted to, or whenever you needed to be there for you. Okay, let's listen about money. Let's listen about health. Let's listen about the specific person. How to remind yourself, basically, how do I do this again? Oh, yeah, like this. Okay, now I remember. And, the sound of my voice hopefully pacifies you. So I've been told. Hey, that's fabulous. So that's something that I highly, highly recommend. So there's also a package called Video School, Magic and Miracles Video School. And it's basically all the videos that I recorded going through my coaching program one step at a time. So if you're somebody who's not into audios but is into videos, in fact, this is for you. But this is different from the energy course. The energy course is completely just unapologetically focuses on the energy and how to really create in an unprecedented way like you've never created before. This differs from the video school because the video school is just simply going through all of the steps of the coaching program and gives you the instructions and the directions. All right. So, additionally, there are seminars for private seminars for 5 people and for 10 people. And this I've done many, many times. Some people even flown me across country to do this, but I no longer do it. I no longer travel for that. It has to be over Zoom. It's a little bit too hectic for my schedule to go travel somewhere for now. Maybe in the future I'll make those in New York and whatnot, maybe in Paris, also my favorite other city. So this is basically either going through my coaching program, and it's, up to like 7, 8 hours. Obviously, there's a break in the middle and all of that, and we need to schedule this well ahead of time. Okay. Once all the participants have signed the coaching agreement and the payment obviously has been that you've booked basically, and I can go ahead and schedule a whole day with you, or we can break it up in 2 days. I've done that also, like over the weekend or something of that nature. So this is again going through my coaching program, or I have more often than not designed a specific seminar for a specific group of people. And it depends on the group of people, obviously. But if somebody wants me to talk about on a specific subject or in a certain way, so we can discuss all of those things once you contact me and we get to talk about it. It's actually quite an advantageous pricing because if you look at my website, seminar for 10 is roughly $11,000. So it's about $1,100 per person. And the same goes for the seminar for 5 people. So there are other packages on my website as well, but I've covered the most important ones, shall we say, the most booked ones, the most productive ones, in the sense that, I think one-on-one coaching is basically where you want to start, and then progress into other things. All right, like touch-up sessions after you've completed my coaching, or again, the signature energy course is for somebody who kind of like a reminder, or the book club, as a kind of, again, a stimulant throughout the week, 3 times per week. I send you the coaching audios. But really, I want to stress, if you're really serious about your transformation again, you need to start with you. No coaching audio on planet Earth, no video, no short will substitute that ever. You need to find the root, the cause of your discomfort at this moment. And there could be many, or there could be one principal one, and the rest is just kind of like feeding off of it. So if it's at the very least, you could do, let's just say 2 months in coaching, that would be better than watching videos nonstop on YouTube or supplementing it with other less expensive packages, kind of really putting the band-aid on a huge wound, in my opinion. So again, it depends on how fed up you are with your current circumstances and how much you're thirsty to make a change and thirsty to be that person who you really, you belong to be somebody else, somebody more confident, stronger, more powerful, more secure, calm, peaceful, productive, successful, all of those things. So there isn't a way to supplement that if you're doing it without the person who's trying to help you interacting with you. It's going to be very, very difficult, and it's going to be a prolonged process. And again, I'm just going on the assumption that you're really just fed up with the way that things are, and you're ready to rock and roll and do it not in years, but in months. All right. And that's what I put together for people. Again, for the lovely people of YouTube 3 years ago, when I came to YouTube. And so really the opportunity to help people in a much more, again, productive way, rather than putting a huge band-aid on their wound that they desperately need to heal, and they desperately want to heal, just don't know how to. And I'm telling you, I've gone through the same exact process myself 15 years ago. This is how I designed this coaching program, and it works on every single person that, again, comes ready to rock and roll, is honest, humble, and open, doesn't rebuttal me, knows that I'm on their side 100 zillion%, and really takes this transformation to heart and delivers. Cannot do your push-ups for you. Ultimately, you're the master magician. You're here to soak up the knowledge. You're here to apply it. You're here to deliver just as much as I'm coming up with and delivering to you. And that's when this experience will be a magnificent success. All right. So if you have any questions, please email me. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.